If you think you're there already, you're not.
For anybody that don't know who you is, could you explain to them?
I'm Struggle Mike. That's pretty much it. I guess I just connect things, and I guess you call me a curator. You know, whether it be car events, music things, clothing. Started with one verse from Benny, and then it turned into 10 or 11 projects, multiple EPs and singles, and like almost 300 songs later. But back then, like, it was so close knit, people had no choice but to buy stuff. To be honest, like, if you're going there for studio time, you'd be like, damn, you got a barber? I need a cut real quick. You got 4 hours of studio time. You're looking at the same clothes for those 4 hours. You're like, you know, I really do like that shirt. Let me cop it. Struggle Mike was from Benny and them. Like, the name of the store was Struggle. And then when he came around, they're like, you know, the name of your store is crazy because you're really not struggling. and then he's like, we're going to call you Struggle Mike, saying you're putting 8-10 hour shifts in, but you want to be a musician. When you get home, wash that shit off, go to the studio and start working, and you got to do it, man.
Yeah. We don't take no L. Look, I just want that cash, I just want that bag. If that hurt your feelings, I ain't sorry, take this product bag. I ain't got no time, so if you ask, I might not hit you back. I just need some laughs, so watch me step it back like Michael Jackson. I ain't Arizona to the T, I don't go half and half. I don't want you, baby, I don't give a fuck about what we had. I'ma run it up, then I'ma spend it, I'ma get it back.
Y'all tune into the Real Shit Podcast. It's your boy Trilly. I'm here with my brothers as always. Like I said, Real Shit Podcast, it'll get no realer than this. G is in the building. How you feeling, Roy?
That's what you did. Great.
Yeah, I'm wild. No mic on is crazy.
Great.
It is what it is.
You was talking about us and look.
Listen, man,
that
2
gas,
weeks
dude.
off. You know you fall out of the rhythm, but I'm here. I'm ready. E, how you feeling? What's good, bro?
I'm feeling good, but where the fuck you been at, dude?
Bro, man, tired.
You ain't catch that basketball game when we was
Listen, I haven't. Listen, nothing. Finals happened. Missed it. The White House shit happened. I don't know why they
That
threw
shit
that.
was lit.
That shit was active. Missed it.
All KOs too.
Yeah,
Every last
that's. I
one.
said, yo, how everybody getting knocked out, and I'm like,
All KOs.
I missed all of it. I just been working crazy.
How much you making?
What the fuck?
If you missed all that,
hey, you know what? Enough, nigga. I go to Miami in like 2 weeks. I'm gone.
Okay,
Yeah. So having a good time, man. Oh yeah. That's about it with me though. I ain't doing no shit. I just
Sounds like he's hanging out with Ryan too much.
I know right.
watching puppies and shit.
Like, he needed help watching the dog, man.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I'm here with you, man. Shout out Ryan though. Yeah, since we already here with shout outs.
We got dog services. You need your puppy watched or washed or whatever the fuck.
Ask Ryan, he got it.
That's right.
But we doing shout outs, so you might as well get him out the way.
You already know how it is with the shout out. Shout out Five Side Studio. They always
Five Side
getting us
Studios.
right, doing what they do. Shout out the big ass ashtray. She gonna catch
all
all
your
your
blunts
blunts
and
and
all
all
your
your
ashes.
ashes. Shout out aunties.
Bro, don't even shout that bitch out no more.
No, keep
Because I really was supposed to bring her today, but
What happened?
I don't know. I just got lazy.
What?
Program didn't go this program, and I just didn't grab it.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with aunties. I won't lie.
Just didn't grab it today. Sorry.
I'm fucking with. Nah, I've been drinking too much the last couple of days, so
I see.
we just gonna.
I didn't see that. You been outside. Yeah, I see
I'm gonna have
that.
to do it this weekend too because it's Cuz's birthday. So
Y'all turn, man.
yeah, but anyway, we got a special guest in the house.
One of them ones. This nigga like a legend on this side of the map.
That's a fact.
You a big deal.
I don't know about all that.
He downplaying it right now. We got Struggle Mike in the house.
Struggle Mike is in the building. How you feeling?
Doing all right, man. How y'all? Man, everyone's good except Ryan. But it's going to be an ongoing thing. I'm going to be talking about Ryan for weeks.
He on shit with Ryan.
Ryan, better come back and do your job, man.
No, for real.
What
Come back and do your job.
We're putting an ad in the paper today, bro.
Help wanted.
That motherfucker had 30 puppies. You better go get some dog food, right? But anyway, we got Struggle Mike in the house. How you doing, Struggle Mike? For anybody that don't know who you is, could you explain to them?
I'm Struggle Mike. That's pretty much it. I mean, I guess I just connect things, and I guess you call me a curator. You know, like I put different artists and producers I know together on albums and put them out, and then I try to do as much as I can for anyone that's involved. With the I don't know if you want to call it industry or culture or just Buffalo. So like, whether it be car events, music things, clothing, whatever, It's pretty much what I do, I guess.
Yeah, like you said, you got your hand in a lot of things. Like you said, car events, clothing, music,
Management.
Where did this all start? Like, where was the start of this? What made you get into these different lanes?
I always did the car stuff, but then like the music stuff kind of came in the clothing. Like a few years ago, I decided to make a clothing store, and then my buddy Speedy the Icon was recording like people in his basement, and I was like, oh, why don't we put you in? We were doing. Benny came to my studio to do a verse, so Speedy bring his equipment there, and then I was like, yo, why don't you just put the stuff in here, and then we'll start recording people here. And then we put a barber in there and so on and so forth. It just kept going and expanding. And then like it started with one verse from Benny, and then it turned into, I don't know, 10 or 11 projects, and then multiple EPs and singles, and like almost 300 songs later. And it's like, now we're here, I guess.
Damn.
That's tough, man.
Damn. So rappers and, struggle compound, talk about that.
Yeah, it's just where people go to, start. Like when we, people just, I don't know how to explain it. Like right now, it's like we have like a barber there. We Wiz does like podcast filming. We got 2 different studios. We got office areas. We got like a general, like lounge area. We got another barber area that we're trying to rent out. They used to just be like clothing and stuff, and then we got clothing in there, and and everyone just I kind of all work off each other type shit, like like when we were at the bigger spot was nicer because we had a huge front area that we could do events in, but we were only doing events like once a month, if that. So, but we had like tattoo artists in there at one point. We had girls that did lashes, girls that did extensions. We had a guy that did teeth, we had a little bit of everyone. And once they get bigger, or they don't, they leave because a lot of these people don't have the money to like start their own business, to go and put like, first month security and all that shit down and get all the equipment in there. So like once we started expanding, I would buy everything. And then like, okay, if you rent it, you could rent this out for a third of the price, and I'm not going to charge you a security or nothing. You just come in, and at the end of the month, if you don't want to stay, you leave, and or if you get too big, we try to expand and make more space for you. And then if it's too big, then you go get your own place,
Right. Damn, I need to come up out there.
Yo, that motherfucker sound like the Fantasy Factory.
It was like the bigger one was way bigger. It was really big. But like I said, when we had the first location, it was very small. It was like half the size of this thing, and we had like the changing room. It was crazy because we had a bathroom and a changing room. No one in the world would use the changing room to try to close on that we had. They'd always go in the bathroom. I don't know why. So then when we took the studio, we made the changing room the studio. And friggin', so that it was in that corner, and then the barber in another corner, and then the clothes. I can't believe we had so many clothes in there, because at one time I had like 16 different clothing lines in there. So what I would do is it would be so packed, I would take like one of each of the items, the designs, and put it out on display. And then in the back room, which was very small anyhow, I'd put it in by sizes, and I'd just stack them all in there. And if they were like, oh, do you got this in XL? I go in the back. And then, but back then, like, it was so close-knit, people had no choice but to buy stuff, to be honest. Like, if you're going there for studio time, you'd be like, damn, you got a barber? I need a cut real quick. Or if someone's there, they'd be looking at you got 4 hours of studio time, you'd be looking at the same clothes for those 4 hours. You'd be like, I really do like that shirt, let me cop it. So everyone was, like, kind of eating off each other. When we moved to the bigger joint, like the clothes, it was hard to see, because at night, a lot of people do studio time at night. So the front area would just be shut down because I wouldn't be there. So they would walk through and go straight to the back because the main studio was all the way in the back. So there was a disconnect at some point. Now we're back on track where everything's a little bit more close knit.
Damn, that just sound crazy. So first, your name. How did you get the name Struggle Mike?
Benny and them gave it to me. Yeah. So it was like, I had a ton of different nicknames, but Struggle Mike was from Benny and them. Like, so when Benny wanted to come, like, the name of the store was Struggle, like Struggle Clothing. And then when he came around, he needed stuff for like his music videos, like warehouses and cars and stuff, which was where I came in. And then they're like, the name of your store is crazy because you're really not struggling. And then there's like, we're gonna call you Struggle Mike, and then it kind of just stuck.
That sounds so gangster though. Struggle Mike. Struggle Mike got all the connections and stuff like that. So talk about your connections with Benny.
Yeah, no, I just freaking, like I said, like in the beginning, he just needed a car for a music video, the Broken Bottles video, and we kind of exchanged. Like I let him use my warehouse, shoot the whole video there. The only part he shot was at Duffel Bag's apartment because Duffel was on house arrest, but all the rest was shot in my warehouse. And then in return, he did a verse for the barber. His son was rapping. And then, like, I was like, man, let's I kind of like doing the music stuff. So then, like, everyone was coming around. Camino, Rick Hyde, Conway, all those guys were coming around. So that first album just exploded. And then the clothing people I know are just been in the industry forever, so they know mad different artists and stuff. So that's how I got hooked up with, like, Sue Surf and Smoke Bolger and RJ Payne and all those guys. And it just kept going, from there. And then like working with Benny and BSF, it just expanded. Once we moved to the second area, I got my own artists. But once we moved to the second area, a lot of the guys were kind of like dying back because it was right around COVID. So a lot of people were like getting their little checks, so they didn't, oh, I got this money, I'm good, I'm good, man,
Unemployment was hitting.
It's cool. And then Benny was like, I was putting together an album with Steve Lobel. And then Benny's like, well, why would you do that? Why don't you just come with us and keep it all hometown? I'm like, all right. And then I went over to them onto Next Records. And that's when I started managing Rick Hyde and shit. And then I helped manage Rick Hyde for a while. And then I helped them with their, go on their tours, helped them whatever they needed. And then when I was done, then I moved to Steve Lobel's label. So that was like my recent move like 2 years ago.
I want to talk about how big that is, because it's like you say, you kind of it started with the cars and then you kind of just got into the music like this. But I feel like the music has taken more of like the broader scene for you, pretty much. That's pretty much like the major thing for you right now. It's like, how did you like transition into that so much? Like, I know you said it kind of just happened. He was like, yo, let's do this. And then now you're like,
I don't know, man. It just kind of happened. It really did just kind of happen. Like, because I'm still in the cars. I still go to car shows and stuff. It's just Buffalo doesn't have them like the others, like LA and shit. But like the music stuff just kind of like, it's easy as long as you're not trying to fuck people over, And so many people do that. So like I kind of like, I just like everyone's trying to finagle something or clip something or, like, oh, we're going to do this together. When I would go on these tours and stuff, I would go get my own spot, my own rental, all that shit. And then like, you need me, I'll be there. If you don't need me, I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm not really someone that's going to sit there and hold someone's pocket and wait for them to be like, okay, we're going here. Like I could do other things. And then I would just make more connections, music stuff. And like, I'm a worker. I like working. So like, if Rick didn't have nothing going on, I would hit up Benny and I'd be like, yo, you need me to do anything? Like the one time he's like, oh, bring bass out to LA. So I just booked those flights, flew me and bass out to LA, and then took him to the Bootleg Kev joint. That's where he did the Bootleg Kev freestyle. And, and I don't got to ask anybody for anything. We go out there. I got a bunch of friends out there. So we ended up, he was like, well, we got a couple days. What else you want to do? I was like, well, we'll go to Underground Hip Hop. They'll do a mic session with you. Then we'll go shoot a video at my boys' joint. We'll bring some cars out and, just shit like that.
That's tough. That's great networking.
That is great networking. Super great networking. It seems like you got a lot of connections throughout the years and stuff like that. How long have you been doing all this stuff? Like
the music? Or
everything,
cars?
Management, music.
Cars I've been doing for, I don't know, close to 30 years. I'm old. So, and then the music, the clothing, the music, the clothing has been about 12 years. The music's probably been, I don't know, like 8. Managing, I've probably been doing it for like 5. And I don't even call it managing because like, a lot of these artists think they need managers. So they get these guys in there and then they're all there trying to rip them all off. Usually that's unfortunately, that's like a big Buffalo thing. Like if you're not making money, you really don't need a manager, man. You need a homie that could help you.
For sure.
That's about it. You know what I'm saying? But like a manager usually gets like at the most 20% of what you make. So like you know, on features and walkthroughs and all that shit, they get a cut of that. You know, no, you're not really supposed to be paying a manager a monthly fee. You know, which I've heard is a thing, but it's not. You know, so like when people come to me and ask me to help them, you know, manage them, I was like, listen, I could tell you what to do, or you could, you know, you be part of the store and I'll help you as much as I can. And as long as you're putting in work, I'll be more prone to help you. But if you just come around expecting like me to just give you everything, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of it, it costs money to do stuff. Like I could come here and set you up with the world as much as I could and get you the best deals possible or free features and shit like that. But if you're not going to invest in it too, it's not going to go anywhere. I've seen so many people get like features from Benny or Rick, and they're like, man, Rick's got 60,000 monthly listeners, or Benny's got 1 million monthly listeners. My song's going to blow up. And no, it's not, because you're going to put it out there on the strength that Benny's name is going to carry that song. Mm-hmm. But like, there's a ton of different things that go into that. Did you get the option to have him as a main primary artist? Probably not, because they're not doing that anymore, really. You know what I'm saying? You over here finagle the deal, you know, for a verse, and you're not paying him top dollar, so he's not going to be primary. He's going to be featured. So now you're not on the top list on his algorithm. You know what I'm saying? You're on the appears on and shit. So you still get you still get streams, but not as much as you should when that releases. So you got to market it. You got to hit up somebody to help market you. And people will go, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that. $20 here, $50 there. That's fine. I mean, and that will help you a little bit, but it's not going to get you, like, to push something. You need thousands of dollars to like push a single. You know, like minimum. Some of these real companies that really do marketing and stuff like that are like $2,500 a month or more. You know, like they start at 25. You know what I'm saying? You know, these guys, these people aren't blown up overnight. You know, like they work and then they get some money and then they put it into it. Like, but a lot of people are out there and they don't do it, but they want me to help them. I'm not going to help you if you can't put the money up, man. Because like I'm not going to put because I'm going to put up favors or money. You know, like most of these people owe me money or owe me a favor. So, but listen, I got this new dude. He's fucking really, you know, he's really dope. He's starting to put money into it. He's starting to fucking really catch, like he's doing content. He's really going. But then fucking I get you a feature and then you're just like, oh, okay, here it is. And then you just stop doing what you were doing. You know, it's happened a million times. I've seen it all the time.
A lot of people don't be hungry at all. Like they just...
Nah, they're hungry, and then they get to a certain part, like even like Rick Hyde and all them. Like they're like, okay, Rick is, you know, to us he's a big artist. You know what I'm saying? But he's like literally at the start of his career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which, you know, so like he's constantly, you see him every, like Wednesdays. He's always putting out their work Wednesdays. You need a beat, you need a feature, I'll do a half price, all this stuff. He's still working because now you're at the point where you probably got to work 10 times harder than you just did the past 15 years you've been trying. Uh-huh. Yeah. You know, because now your foot's in the door. Now you got to keep that door open. You start lagging, that's when the door starts to close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn,
that's do you feel like, I always want to ask this question especially because we get here with somebody that's more into it. You dealt with like bigger people that are getting into mainstream. Do you feel like money sometimes outweighs the talent for artists? Like, you know, you got somebody like this artist is just like, man, they're all right, they're cool, but they got a bunch of money behind them compared to somebody where we're like, no, he dope. Like I know he that, but he just don't got that. The same. Yeah, finances.
you could get. Money will take you anywhere, but connections will take you further. So like if you are a dope artist and let's say you got 10 bands, but you got connects, you know people, you're a friend of a friend knows someone, you'll probably go a lot farther than someone that is a whack artist that has 50 or 60 bands. Mm-hmm. You know, they'll still get their plays, they'll get looks and all that stuff, but what's going to happen is they'll sizzle out because they're just like a fad. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're not like, there's a difference between, I just had this conversation, there's a difference between working and motion. You know, motion is something that's not long lasting. Mm-hmm. And when people are like, I hate when people say that, he's got motion in town, or he's got yeah, but that doesn't last long. You know, working is better. You know, he's working because you're constantly building, you know, you're constantly working towards something. When people got motion, it fizzles out. You know, and that's usually those gimmick rappers are the ones that always got motion because they fucking, rented a Ferrari for their music video. Like, we know you don't. We just took an Uber to get the Ferrari, dog. Like, and it's like it's all a facade. And the fake it to the make it stuff works for a lot of these guys, but you see them, they'll be like, damn, this dude blew up overnight, and then next year you don't never hear fucking about him again.
Damn, that make a lot of sense. Jeez.
Have you ever worked with a person that had like a one-hit wonder?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, everyone I've worked with is just people that are still working. Like even Benny and Conway, I mean, they're big artists, but they're still working. They're still they're still working every day. It's not like, they're good where they know if they got to constantly put out, like Westside's good. He's got not motion, but he's working. But he's constantly dropping albums, constantly dropping fits, constantly doing shows. That dude is fucking working. And he's still probably not where he wants to be. I mean, if you know Wes, he's probably not even halfway where he wants to fucking be. Same with Conway and Benny,
Yeah, I'll be following all of them like that. That shit is crazy. It's still crazy to see somebody from Buffalo that big. Like, they a big deal for real. Like,
no, they're definitely big, but like you go to other cities, they're not that big. You know what I'm saying? And the fucking saddest thing about it is like everybody in Buffalo will talk about them and how big they are and how proud they are, but like when they come and do an event here, you're not supporting it. What kind of fucking fuck shit is that? You know what I'm saying? I've been to BSF events here and people aren't supporting them, but I've been to shows in Texas and it's just a packed ass house. It always be your city be the last ones.
This is a hating ass city.
It really is.
See, I don't know. The crazy thing is, I feel like it's just not like a hating city. I just feel like it's just that everywhere, no matter where you go, who you are as an artist. Only place I would say that I feel like it's not that way is probably Detroit, just because the way they rally behind each other. No matter what, they be beefing.
Well, they ain't got much left. They only got like 3 houses in all Detroit. So they ain't got no choice.
all the motherfuckers stand up.
Yeah, we got to go somewhere.
It's a bad city. But I feel like just anywhere you go, I feel like your city just going to be the last ones to support you.
Yeah.
Everywhere else is going to, hop on that bandwagon way before one's close to home. Man.
Damn. So you got any artists you manage or work with right now that's up and coming that you want to shout out and put us on to?
I mean, I work with a bunch of different guys, but like I've always got my guys like Speedy the Icon, Spider God, Mike Major, Jovi Glock. Like those are all my artists. Just Classic. Mm-hmm. Then you got Heist the Prophet, who like used to rap and now he's back rapping, and he's like literally this guy you could just throw on a beat and he'll just start rapping. He can rap to anything. Uh-huh. He's super dope. Who else I got? Oh, my boy Gigi Fumes, that's my Spanish artist, because I've always been trying to do Spanish. For years I've been telling everyone Spanish is the way to go. It's such a big genre. And then Gigi's been putting in work. So within like him he started coming to the store. He was buying 6-hour blocks on Saturdays at my store. And he would come with mad people and just record, make videos and content. And I was like, yo, bro, why don't I'll make this area a studio for you. You come record as much as you want for this much, and and I'll still give you your Saturdays, and you're gonna be saving money. So like, word bet. And then he started doing it more. It's like, man, I really fuck with your sound. So I got Rick to jump on a joint with him. We just sent a joint to Kane Wave. I think Joey Blanco jumped on something with him. And then someone else, and I mean, he's got Spanish. I've hanged out with Spanish people like my whole life. I don't know a lick of Spanish, but I listen to Spanish music more than I listen to hip hop. Like I listen to Mexican music and Puerto Rican music all day long.
I was looking at that too, because I'm like, damn, it's a lot of like Spanish that he got going on right now. But what's true? Like when you said that, them boys, that Spanish scene is crazy. And they be making some money for real.
No, they do.
You know what I do like about Spanish music is? So, like, you know how, like, our trap music is, it's hard, you know what I'm saying? But when Spanish music do it, it sounds so different. Like, the way how they, I'll say, use their words are, like a lot stronger. Like, I listen to Gigi Flans when he be doing it. I'm pretty sure his most likely is trap music.
Yeah.
It sounds totally different. But I actually like it, though.
Yeah, no, he's dope. And, like before, I used to try to get Benny to work with Mexican artists because my buddy Angel runs Del Records in California, and this dude Jimmy runs Rancho Humilde in California, and they have like the bigger artists. So like Angel had a song, what the hell's the name of it? I would murder the song if I said the name, but it's like I'm not even gonna try and pronounce it, but whatever. It ended up being a huge song, and his artist got a feature from Peso Pluma before Peso Pluma blew up. And they're like, oh, well, you know, our guy Mike in Buffalo, he messes with all the rappers. Like Benny, he's like, oh, I would like to work with Benny. You know, I like his music. So I told Benny, I was like, yo, this Mexican guy wants to work with you. He's like, oh, no, that's not my thing. You know, I don't know what they're saying. I was like, all right, man. I was like, he's going to be big, I'm telling you. And he said no. And now Peso Pluma was like the 5th most listened to artist in the world. Like,
damn.
The song he did with my buddy Angel's Boy got over 1 billion streams. Like,
I think I can recall when you said Benny missed out on him.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time. Just like my young artist Kev Mack that I used to have with us. Like the guys, Steve LaBelle and them, we went out to Puerto Rico, and I met Yampi and Young Chimmy. Well, Kev Mack came with us, and he was supposed to meet Young Chimmy and do a track with him, but instead he went and did something with somebody else because his father and them told him to go there. And then Young Chimmy was up and coming. Now Young Chimmy was on Bad Bunny's album and shit. Like, missed a big opportunity.
Yeah.
You know?
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing more than the next guy, but if I tell you, like, yo, man, like 10 people told me not for you to leave, so just stay here, and then you leave, that's no one's fault but your own. Like, you know, but, you know, it is what it is.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know people be like, they pride and stuff be just
putting
them in bad places.
I've had artists that come and gone that they just listen to other people, and I'm not saying those people don't know what they're doing, but I mean, I haven't heard from them artists again. So now, you know, and maybe they're just building up and waiting for the right time. I don't know, but like I tried to help. I don't know what these artists want me to do more than I've already done. You know, at one point I was paying for music videos, paying for features for them. You know, we're flying out to Cali, we're flying out to Texas, we're flying out to Florida, we're going to New York, shooting all the shit. I'm investing tons of money into it, you know, and then the minute I'm like, okay, man, look at I got us this far, you got to at least meet me halfway. You know, this, like, we're going to go to LA and shoot this video. I'll get this dude to pull up, you know, you just pay half of the videographer. Oh, I can't do that. Like, it's your fucking song. What do you mean you can't do that, bro? Like, you want me to rap on the thing for you? Like, come on, dog. So it's like, there's been missed opportunities, like, and I'm like crazy, like I can't miss an opportunity. Like if it's presentable, I'll try my hardest to figure out a way to to get it done. Like you guys know who Jay Worthy is, right?
Yeah.
So the album I got dropped now, I was hitting up Jay Worthy a while ago before it came out, and then when Steve added Lefty Gunplay to the Conway track, I was like, man, Jay Worthy would be dope on this shit. I was like, yo, I got this track, I really want you on it, blah blah blah. I was like, and didn't hear from him. This motherfucker messaged me like 2 days ago. He's like, yeah, bro, let's do it. So now I'm like, damn, how can I make this work? The song's already out. So now in my head, I'm like, well, you know, a couple guys owe me verses. I could add a couple songs, maybe have him on it, make it a remix, and then do like a deluxe remastered album and re-put it back out. And I'm like, so now in my head, I've been like, who am I gonna text or call and get on this album to make it a deluxe, you know? So I could, just because I want Jay Worthy on it bad, you know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So then I'm gonna rearrange the whole album just so I could get him on it because I think it's a great look, you know?
So out of all that, what do you feel like is the biggest headache in this industry? What thing that you got to deal with the most, like the most annoying thing?
The most annoying thing, it's artists going back on what they say. There's been so many times I've done deals with people. Like, listen, if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it one way or another. Like, I'm gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? So if I make a deal with an artist, like I'll be like, yo, you want to jump on this album? Yeah, oh yeah, I got you. All right, cool. And then like the shit comes out, and they're like, "Oh man, you know, like you should give me something for that." Like, why didn't you say that shit when we shook on this shit, bro? Yeah. Like I didn't, you know, like, or like I'll put a song out and it'll go better than they thought, and then they're like not supporting it because they think they got ripped off or something. I'm like, bro, I asked you what you wanted. You either said no or give me like a stack or give me 500. And I did it, and then now that what you thought it was just going to be stagnant like every other joint you've done, and now it's getting more emotion than some of your own songs. It's not, it's not my problem. You can't be salty at me now, dog. Like if you wanted more, you should have asked for more. You know what I'm saying? And you could, if you look at my albums, you'll see people I messed with in the beginning are not the same people I mess with at the end, you'll see some of the same people I've always messed with from year after year are still on the albums. And then there's other people like on my first 2 albums, you'd be like, damn, they were never on his albums ever again. I wonder why. Because they be doing wonky shit, bro. And like,
that's crazy.
I'm a grown ass man. I got 4 kids, bro. I ain't got time for that shit, bro. Like y'all want to play kid games and shit, and that's go about your business, man. I don't need music. I don't need to do music. I don't need to sell clothes. I don't need to have a studio. I'm good. You know, like I painted cars for 20 years. I made a name for painting cars. I was written in magazines. I've won best paint awards all over the Northeast U.S. and Canada. I've made money, bro. Like I don't, you know, I don't need this shit. So like, if you're gonna cause problems or a headache to me, I just leave, dog. Like I don't need that shit. I just won't talk to you no more. Like,
For sure.
Yeah. Talk about you being an artist now. Like, do you go as hard as you once when you support other people the way? Do you support yourself more than you support other people, or?
I kind of give everyone the same push, like, obviously when I have a release out, it's a little bit bigger than my artists because my artists are still growing.
Right.
It's easier to push my stuff because you got Conway on there, you got the Hoodies on there, you got Benny on there, so when I put it out and now I'm on Steve Lobel's label, who's a legend in the game. So, but I take my artists with us. So all their music's out through Lobel Music Group now. But like, I'll try and get them features or stuff like that to build them, So I push everyone equally. I don't really like pick and choose. If someone's working harder, then that person's going to get more time because they're obviously working harder. Like, if you got 4 people in a room and one dude is in there every day pushing, making songs, making content, keep going. And then you got the other guys that show up. Yeah, I'll lay down a verse and then they leave after 30 minutes. Like, what the fuck? Why'd you even truck all the way over here for 30 minutes, dog? Like, this dude's been here fucking 7 days, 8-hour days. And then they do get mad, bro. Some of them do get mad. They get jealous. Like, oh, you're Struggle Mike's best friend now. No, he's not. He's just here every day, bro. Like, if you were here every day, shit would be different. Like, but,
He working. The thing about that, though, is, like, especially, like, somebody that's able to be there all the time. We done had a bunch of artists on here. People, a lot of them are still up and coming as well, still trying to get their foot in the door. But there's one person who said something. He's like, his name's Take Chop. He was like, he's like, I found out that I got to realize that I got to separate me as an artist and then me as a person, because I know that me as a person has to fund me as an artist. Do you feel like, because that person is like, someone could be all the way in. Like, I feel like another person could be too as well, but it's like, you still got a life to live. Like, you got to fund your life. And like, if the music ain't making no money. You
do, but like, you got to, I think of it this way. Mm-hmm. So like, anything you're doing, whether you're a janitor, a fucking nurse, a drug dealer, a fucking artist, a musician, a painter, if that's what you want to do, if that's then you got to do it, man. You can't just fucking. I get it. You gotta work. If you don't have no other means of money, you still gotta work. But that just means you gotta go harder. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You're putting 8-10 hour shifts in, but you want to be a musician. When you get home, wash that shit off, go to the studio and start working, and you gotta do it, man. Especially like the young guys, bro. They got so many years to make mistakes. So like, just keep going, man. If that's what you want to do, then just go. Don't half it. They'll try and be like, oh well, I worked all this week. I'm like, okay, yeah, bro. Like, you fucking worked all week. You made your money. You fucking live at home with your parents still. What'd you spend your money on? Like oh well, I did this and I did that, and I'm like, did you really need all that? Like, like, I'm not trying to say spend all your money on music, but if this is what you want, you got to be all in. You can't just come in once a week, do a song. Oh, look, I'm friggin' opening for such and such. You're the fucking first opener in front of 10 other people before the main act goes on. Like, it's not even worth it to do shows. Like, it really isn't. You'll get more. Go to an open mic, you'll do better. You go to these showcases, where like Dave East is performing, like I'm doing my first show, which I don't even like doing shows, but like So you book Dave East. These people book Dave East, and then there's 20 people, or not 20, but let's say there's 10 people opening up before Dave East, and then like those first 7 people probably ain't even gonna get heard. You know what I'm saying? And it's just unfortunate, but like you could have went to like an open mic or something like that, or like something like like even like Igloo, like they just did something at Ironworks where there was no real big artists, so everyone that was there was fans of everyone, so kind of that was way better, and like the OT, the real joint I'm doing is dope, don't get me wrong, but I kind of just wanted to do it to show people I could do them too if I wanted to. I just don't, and then OT's my homie, so I was like, fuck it. And then mainly everyone on the roster is my homies, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just a good look for us as a store in general. That's why I did it, but like I try to, I don't know, I just like, there's ways you could do, if you're going to be an artist, there's ways to spend your money. Like these people are paying $500 or more to open for these people. And like with me, I charge my guys $500, and they're my boys, $500 to open for OT. I'm only doing this many slots, but I'm going to give you 10 tickets so you can make half your money back. So they're basically technically only doing $250, so, which is nothing, and then like other people that are charging more, they're not getting nothing out of it. They're not fucking, I don't know. They're like, you could spend that money on something else, like you could get a feature from someone, but then again, if you get the feature from someone, you got to put marketing behind it. You can't just get the feature. If you're like, it's going to like the whole OT the real thing is going to turn into a bunch of things that day and the next day for me and my guys in the store. Like we got people getting features and videos with them that we're going to be doing the videos. We got an interview with them already set up. We got everything. So it's like, it's like, it's going to work for all of us, not just me. I could care less if I make money off the fucking show. Like I really don't care. If I break even, I don't give a fuck. Like that's all because I know it's an opportunity for all of us, and we're going to get a ton of content because we're not really even selling audio no more, man. We're selling video. You know what I'm saying? Like Amadeus was just at our store. He's like, listen, I want you to have bars, but we're selling video. We're not selling audio. He's like, so come with it. Come with the, like the mannerisms, come with the hypeness, because that's what people want to see. Content is, even the labels, like one of my artists asked the label, what do they want from an artist to, they're like, we want to see content. We want to see TikTok. We want to see YouTube reels. We want to see Instagram, that's what we want. We want to see engagement. We want to see you putting out 3 pieces of content a day and, figuring out and like getting that going. And then like Gigi started doing mad content in the store and built his views up crazy in the past 30 days, and then they see it. And like my clothing buddies that I used to buy clothes from, like, they got them. They're sending stuff from like Columbia, the clothing company. They're sending Gigi gear to wear, because he's doing so much content. And then we're talking to Purple Jeans about sending them jeans, and then like Monster, like I wish they didn't send us the drinks because that's all we fucking drink, man. We're like, by the end of the week, we're like, is there any fucking water in the fridge, bro? There's just fucking Monsters. So it's like, thank God. I mean, I like Monster. I'm not gonna lie, but. Some sponsors, or like Blazing Susan and like Dro, they send us mad like papers for, because everyone smokes, so that's like, that I tell everyone like that's the first step, in your career is like getting shit for free, because that's less you got to pay for. Because how much money do these artists spend on gear, on fucking papers, shit like that, so that's just one less thing you got to worry about,
Paying for the look instead of getting it for free. Yeah,
that's what we need to be getting.
Damn.
No, that's true. Like I know you do the car scene. My brother's in the cars. Like I used to be. I kind of fell out of it, but my brother's still in the car scene. He does a lot, but lately he been doing that. A lot of like diffuser on his car. They sent him that for free just to promote it. His front lip, all that shit.
Who's your brother?
His name Bryant, but he got his page is BA the Predator. He got a SCAT now.
Yes, of course he does.
Yeah, he does.
Whoa!
I swear to God, like 90% of the Buffalo scene is like scats, howls, Like I don't know if Buffalo just got a group buy on this shit. Like everyone, like I could, like everyone's got one, bro. Everyone's got, I mean, and don't get me wrong.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a Charger too. It's just sitting in my driveway.
But like, dude, to be honest, Dodge made like the looks of all the cars are great. The performance are really good. Even like for a stock, not like Hellcat or whatever, it's pretty still punchy. You know what I'm saying? The interiors are nice, so they make great products. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other guys got
a dime a dozen.
Everyone's got them now. I mean, and they're not cheap cars. You know what I'm saying? But everyone's got them, and
What would be the car you'll go to?
What car I go to?
Yeah.
Fucking bus, man. Fuck these cars. No, I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I don't really. The only car I want to get now is a old school Impala. Like a lowrider. I mean, like all my other cars I've given to my kids. Like my oldest daughter, she's not into them. But I gave her a car one time that was like custom, and she sold it because she didn't like it. She's not into that shit. My older son, I gave him my car that I took to car shows, all the custom Honda with no roof. And then I helped him get a Lexus, and then he wide body that, and then he bought a Beamer, and then he hooked that up. And then my youngest son, I had a Mercedes S550, so I gave him that. And so he's got that, and then he bought a Lexus to drive around in the winter. And then like I got a Buick on 4s, and I want to give that to my youngest daughter, but she's like, I'm not gonna drive this, Dad. Like I'm a girl, I'm not gonna drive a car with mobsters all over on 24s. So I'm like, well then sell it, and then whatever you do with the money, whatever. And then I have a truck that just sits in my garage that I take to shows every now and then, and that's like. My go-to truck is a 99 Ram Charger. They only made them in Mexico for 2 years. Like back in the day, they used to make them when they had the Broncos and stuff back in the day. But then they stopped making them back. But then in 99 to 2000, they made them in Mexico. It's basically a two-door Durango, And then I did like a newer front end on it. It's got 30s on it. It's all engraved. The brakes, control arms. It's got a lot of time and money into it. Like it was all done in LA. I had it out there for like 8 years being built, and then bringing it back here.
That's
8
crazy.
years?
Yeah.
My car.
So you could say you got your dream car.
No, fuck, that thing's a piece of shit. It's like, dude, like when you see it, like, damn, this shit is fire, and it is. But since I own the car, I know everything that I don't like about it.
My God.
It's literally built to be a show car, like, because that's what I'm into. Like, I'm really not into racing. Like, one of my friends died a long time ago, street racing, so. We like made a pact to never street race again. That was when we were like teenagers. He like the car he was in just melted, him and his passenger. So like we just don't do the shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So then I got really into show cars with like the West Side, like hanging out with Team Wicked back in the day. And then I got into lowriders and the Nocturnal Car Club. So like I'm really into show cars. So this truck is really built to really just drive. Like I could drive it, but like you don't want to drive. Like the wheels are $20,000. You don't want to drive on these fucking streets. One pothole, then you're crying the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? So like I literally drive it out my driveway. Like I drove it to the store. Like I live maybe 12 blocks from my store. And that was like, I was dripping sweat by the time I got out of the car because I was so damn nervous. People trying to, because, everyone drives like an asshole in the hood. So everyone's like trying to zip out in front of me. I'm trying to swerve over these potholes. And I'm like, bro, this is too much. I damn near thought about getting a tow truck back home. Like 12 blocks. I don't even care. But like, mainly I drive it on the trailers and then pull it off. And then this, like it only goes in, I got to put a kickdown cable in it so it like shifts into different gears and shit. But like literally we made it to show because like the whole underneath is painted, the transmission is chrome, the drive shaft is chrome, like everything is chromed or engraved or painted. The seats, the back of the seats are chromed and engraved. Like it's all like it's too much to fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So
for sure.
Shit. I'm one of them assholes he talk about too. So
I'm one of those assholes. Fuck.
Would you ever sell that car? I mean, you letting your
I would sell it. I mean, like I don't feel like I'm as emotionally attached to it as I was like my Honda that I have that I gave to my older kid. Like I'm way more attached to that car than anything because I've had like when I first started building a car to go to shows, I built it, would lose. Following year, bring it back out, lose again. Go back out again, redo some stuff, finally place third. I'm like, okay, what do they got that I don't? Get that. Okay, now I'm second. Next year, first place. Next year, best in show. And I'm like, hell yeah, finally got to where I wanted to be. You know, then I started doing everyone else's car in the crew, painting all their cars, and then they're getting best paint, best in show. So then I got the recognition, you know what I'm saying? So that car started the car stuff for me. You know, the truck is cool, but like I trusted so many. I'll never get something built out of state again because I trusted so many people with that car, and so many people, like the thing's got the huge like record. Like the guy that I originally paid, I bought off my buddy that brought it over from Mexico. It was candy red. I wanted to paint it candy purple. So I chopped this dude out 20 bands to paint it candy purple and then do the underneath. Dude was murdered in his shop. You know, so then it took me a year to find someone to do the job because he already started it, and most people don't want to work on other people's work. Finally found someone. That dude took over a year to paint it. Okay, while he was painting it, the guy that was doing the whole interior and the sound system, COVID hit and he was about to die. Like he got like COVID real bad, and he had like lung cancer or something. His family thought he was going to die, so they sold his audio businesses. So then when he made a full recovery, he's like, "Where's my store?" They're like, "We sold them." So all my shit was missing. But then I had a parts truck in Mexico. So then I had to have my boy go to Mexico, and he had to get parts here and there and like bring them over. He couldn't just bring it over all the time. So it took forever to get the parts I was missing back over. And then the guy that was doing the motor, that dude almost died. I'm like, I don't even want to drive the fucking thing.
Yo,
after
I
all
was
this
gonna say
shit.
that car, that shit, bad luck.
I'm telling you, bro.
Killing people.
Bro, then I finally, I went to go see it. I bring the family out to Cali. And I was like, let's go check on my truck. And I go look at it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? The paint job's fucked up. So then I was like, I'm not dealing this. I called the tow truck and totaled from LA to San Diego to my homie's joint in San Diego. It's like, and I gave him 10 bands and like, yo, finish this, put some patterns on it, and then let me know when it's done. I'll have a flatbed come and get it. So then he called me, you know, a couple months later. I sent a car hauler down there, you know, got on a car hauler, and then my truck disappeared for like 2 weeks. I'm like, it fucking got me, you know, and then it just randomly showed up at my boy's garage. He's like, yo, your truck's here. I'm like, what the fuck? And I get there and there's some like Russian dude. I'm like, he doesn't speak English, and like my truck's all fucked up because they left the windows down and it's got a sliding rag top, so that was all open. So like there's just water all in the interior. I was like, Jesus, man. I was like, come on, dog.
Truck been through a lot.
Yeah, it's been through a lot, man. It's been through a
sell
lot.
that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, I'm ready to sell that motherfucker. Jeez.
Get rid of that shit.
Anyway, so I asked everybody this when they come on. Top 5 artists.
Like rappers? Like just like music?
Music, it could be rappers.
said-
Anything you want.
Music all time. Top
Oh,
five.
top five? It doesn't have to be in any specific order, right?
No.
I don't know.
It don't have to be nobody we know either. Like,
It doesn't have to be anyone you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like if we're talking hip hop, I mean, I would probably say DMX, Jay-Z. I like Memphis Bleak, and then I like Outkast. Yeah, I like. Wow, you don't like Memphis Bleak?
Memphis.
Yeah.
Yo, this is why I love top fives though, because everybody got their own opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Bleak.
Yeah.
You know my favorite Bleak song is not even his song. It's Dear Summer. That's Jay.
Yeah, oh yeah. But I mean, I just liked it because like I don't know, I always did. I don't know for some reason. But then Outkast and then MC8. Like I'm a big fan of MC8. Like West Coast. I was a big fan of West Coast music. I was more a fan of West Coast music than East Coast.
Okay.
I see that.
Respectable. I like that.
It's
Memphis
like
Bleak, that fucked me up though.
Yeah, it changes. Like I used to like Scarface a lot. I think I've done this a couple times and I've always changed it. But Jay-Z's always in there. Jay-Z's like, I mean, everyone could say whatever they want about him, but at the maybe he might not be the best lyricist. I think he is, but like if you look at overall business, you know, like he.
I mean, there's no argument with
there's
that.
no you can't beat it, bro. Like,
Did you seen the Roots picnic, like the performance and everything?
Yeah,
From Jay. What you think about that?
I think Jay's just making sure people remember who the fuck he is.
Yeah. That's how I looked at it too.
Like he's like, okay, I let you guys shine for years. Let me just come in just to remind you guys. You know,
Saying.
I got a homie. He hate Jay-Z with a passion. Hate over. This
Bro,
nigga, he overrated.
My cousin hate Jay-Z too. I'm like, what the hell do y'all hate about Jay-Z?
I think Jay is Jay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I want to ask you a question, more of like your opinion on things.
okay.
Since we were talking about more like the Jay-Z thing, it's obviously not about Jay-Z, more of like in a BSF world. I mean, I know you've seen Conway put out his little freestyle.
Yeah.
I wanted to like give like more of your opinion on it, of how you feel about it.
shit.
That's a good ass question.
Like it's funny because like
I don't want to be mad.
Conway did. If you listen to the song he did for me, is before he did that. Well, I think it's before he did this freestyle. But like at the end, you can hear him talking. You know, like Conway's been through a lot. You know, with obviously getting shot and shit like that, and then shots going through all that stuff. Like he's been through a lot, and then whatever he's got going on with West, that's their business. You know, I mean, you know, I don't really know West like that. I've hanged out with him a couple times, but Conway, every time he's come around, he's been cool, genuine. You know, so like, if he tells me the water's red, then the water's red. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a BSF guy. You know, so like, but like, I really don't think. I think it's just, you know, like just family beef, and they'll get it. Sometimes I think that it's just a big ploy, and they're just gonna drop this crazy Griselda album, like, "How we fucking with you this whole time?" Because you know they're not really putting it out there, but they are. Like you could tell, like, you know, the Chad thing, like his manager is definitely like a real thing. I've been in the middle of a whole thing with this dude in San Diego that booked him and, you know, sent that dude money and shit. But like the thing that he's going through, and that could be just one of many things Conway's going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so I can't really speak too much on it because, you know, it is what it is. But like I think it's what he's saying is authentic. You know, all these deals are always fucked up. Someone's always on top. You know, and that's just and that's and I don't think it's like West trying to fuck Conway over. But at the same time, it's not giving him as much as he probably should. But I mean, West probably like, well, I put this all together. I gave you all the platform. Like when Benny came to me, he's like, listen, I can't offer you money to come with us, but you know, you're gonna be part of us, and that's where a lot of people get it wrong. Same with Conway. Conway's had people under him, and they've all kind of like done him wrong or talk shit about him. But like, just because you're with Conway, he doesn't have to give you money, bro. Like he doesn't. He like, you know, Benny doesn't have to give Rick and them money. You know, like it helps. Don't get me wrong, but like they're bringing like West did this and bring Conway and Benny. You know what I'm saying? And he taught them the platform, and they were trying to teach their guys. You know what I'm saying? And you should be able, like, once you're on that platform, you're on a bigger platform. You should keep investing in yourself. They think the job is done. Oh, Conway, I'm with Conway now. I ain't got to worry about shit. Right. You know, and to be honest, probably in the first year or two, they were probably spending mad bread on these guys. And they probably didn't think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? And then fucking, you know, Conway's probably looking around, you know, like, fuck, I'm not getting paid from bro, like, that I thought I should have. You know, so why am I taking care of these people? And then you take the fucking, like, the carpet out from them, and they're like, damn, bro, you don't fuck with me no more? No, it's just like, I've been helping you for these past couple of years. You wouldn't have been in these rooms if it wasn't for me, and now you're going to talk down on my name type shit. You know, but that's just me. I mean, I could be totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I've heard things from other people, but it's not like Conway came to me, he's like, yo, Wes owes me this. You know, he would never say that to me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Benny's never came to me and be like, yo, bro owes me this. And, you know, the guys under BSF was like, yo, I think Benny should be paying me this. No one says that. That's between them. You know what I'm saying? We've, you know, if someone said something like that, I'd be like, man, I don't even want to hear about it. You know, that's between y'all. You know, it had nothing to do with me. What you want me to do about it? Right. You know? So,
shit. Do you feel like they all could come back as one?
I think they will. I mean, why not?
They will.
They should.
That's
exactly.
Family, though.
Yeah, but you know, family. Everybody says, yeah, it's family, but it could always still be that time where family just don't go back to each other. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't the temptation? Bro.
I do. No, you crazy.
But you gotta look at it like that, though. The world is different now, man. It's 2026. It's not 2020. It's not 2015. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same no more. So some people.
I feel like people are reuniting even more nowadays than they used to.
To a certain extent.
No,
a little bit.
I feel like they reuniting more.
What I do want to say is that freestyle fucking crazy, man.
He was speaking.
That shit was hard. Yo, shout out Conway, man.
Yeah, Conway been doing his thing.
Pull up on us, bro. I've been saying it for a minute. Man. That's the one for real. But yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Conway, man.
He be talking. But yeah, they definitely, for me though, they definitely gonna get back together.
I don't think they're separated. It's just music.
It just,
I really think it's just like a thing. Like just one day they're just gonna be like, okay, we're gonna come out with an album.
Yeah, it's time to make. Yeah, it's time to get it.
Like, dude, the reactions they're all getting from it is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is,
which would make them want to do it, even if they weren't gonna do it. Like, they're like, the buzz is dying down on them. Wes is focusing on wrestling a lot more. Conway is doing tours in Europe all the time. Mm-hmm. Benny's trying to get his guys all going. Everyone's separating. Now all they're talking about it, and now that's all you hear is, oh, man, hopefully Griselda's back together, gets back together. Hopefully this isn't the end of Griselda. It just makes them see that they're still wanted as that whole. You know what I'm saying? Which might be their game plan. You never know. Because to be honest, all that shit sells. Drama sells more than negative sells more than positive, bro.
It definitely does.
It's fucked up. Like everyone's like feeding into it. Yeah, fuck those guys. They fucked you over, and it's like blowing it up. And then it's like, we squashed it. We're about to come on an album. Thank God. Fucking now it's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, I'd like to see how their listeners went, if they went up or down in this past couple of weeks of him, doing that.
It sounds like it's up because every time I look at the comment section, they be like, "What's going on with this, with them?" I'm like, "What?
That and I don't even listen to the radio because I just put the Bluetooth on in the car. But if the radio come on, like my girl would be in the car, she always listens to the radio. But that Conway song is playing non-stop. It's just over and over and over. Like, that shit's spinning right now. For sure. Not the freestyle. I don't know the name of the actual song that I'm talking about, but it's spinning.
What it sound like? You gotta.
Couldn't even tell you for real. But I know when it come on, it's Conway because they say it all the time. Oh, this that Conway new joint, boom, 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 and they play all the time. I get his Buffalo radio, Buffalo person, but it's playing all the time for sure.
Yeah, because his album had dropped and stuff. That's why I asked.
Yeah,
and it's probably
out of the. You listen to what is it? I Am Spesh? I can't even get his name right.
38 Spesh?
Yeah, 38 Spesh. Yes. Out of him, Conway, and Benny, not being biased, but in your opinion, which one I would say you like more? Or would you like more working with? I'm not sure if you work with 38.
I've worked with 38. Yeah. Like 38, I always like Benny. No matter what, I'm always gonna like Benny, and it has nothing to do with me having a BSF chain on my neck or anything. Like it's literally like we've always been cool. Like everything's always been straight. Like we've been like even Conway. Like Conway, would come if he comes. It's mad genuine. You know what I'm saying? But like I put it like this. Like Spesh is pretty dope too. Like and the interactions I had with him, he's pretty. Like I don't want to say he's like not timid, but he's like. He's standoffish, like we were in New York City for Fashion Week and like he was by himself, we were all together, Wes and all of us. And I look and Spesh is like kind of like backed away and I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, oh no, I'm just chilling, I'm gonna come up there, and he's a dope rapper. But like, that's not the way he raps is dope, don't get me wrong, but it's not like what I like. I like Benny. And to be honest, I think Conway might be the better rapper out of the three. You know what I'm saying? And then if you put like Wes, Conway, and Benny together, like Wes is a marketing genius.
Oh yeah.
Benny is marketable the most out of them. Because he could fit on anything.
Sense. Yeah, that makes
sense. But Conway is just that
lyrical genius.
You can't.
Yeah, he is. Oh my God.
And I've all seen him rap. I've all seen him put songs together. Like when he did the song for me, he literally came and he just sat there. And he didn't write nothing down. Same with Benny. Like, you go in a studio with Benny, bro, like, if he really fucks with the beat, all of a sudden you see him in the corner. He's just going in his head, and then they go in the booth. Like, there's not a lot of people who do that. I've seen Benny do it. I've seen Conway do it. I've seen Rick Hyde do it. I've seen, like, probably maybe 2 other people do it. But, like, everyone else is writing, how can you remember all them fucking songs, all them verses, and not write? Like, I get it. You performing enough, but, like the track I did, Banano. Benny hit. I wanted to get on this song, send the beat from Choop, and he hit me up. He's like, "Yo, you at the studio?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm about to pull up. I just listened to the beat. I got the verse already." I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "All right." So he comes in, fucking Rick records him, and like one take, he does it. And Rick's like, "Yo, I'm gonna jump on it." I got my verse ready. I'm like, damn. So he jumped on it. And I was like, yo, this shit, we did this song in like fucking 10 minutes. And then fucking the next day, Heem hits me up. He's like, yo, Mike, I'm going to come get on that song. I'm like, all right. And he comes and does the same shit. Like, we built, that song was one of my bigger songs, and it was done in like 15 minutes.
Jesus Christ. You know what artist I like?
My bad.
In BSF? Bass.
Oh, yeah, Bass. That's my boy, bro.
That
Whoa,
nigga's-
fuck,
yo,
crazy.
Bass is on. I'm trying to figure out the name of the song, but it's a song on the what is it called? Excelsior. I don't know. It's the Benny joint, but Bass got a fucking verse on that joint. That shit's so crazy, bro. That was and the crazy thing. At first, I was gonna say this is my first time hearing Bass, but it's not because it was some other shit. But that shit was like really made me like tune in. Like, all right, hold on, let me go do my homework. Bass is crazy,
Bass
bro.
is crazy.
That nigga's insane. Hey, he might.
Yeah, I fuck with Bass heavy.
He might be
Like,
that nigga out the drink for real, for to really do it. No lie. But he brought up 38 Spesh. I want to bring this up because when we talk about top fives, I got somebody in my top 5. I think this is the greatest rapper ever, Jadakiss. 38 Spesh said, yo.
Oh, with them?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He said, listen, I listen to Sunday Savers. I got it on my phone. That, you know, this is my early times when I heard about Benny. I started tuning in. Da, da, da. He like, yo, my verse was the craziest, and niggas never want to work with me again. I'm like, I go listen to it again. I'm like, damn, 38 while I was walking on this bitch. How do you feel about it? Do you feel like that's true? Do you think Jadakiss was in his head about that? Like,
I mean, I think Jadakiss has connections with Benny and all those guys and Spesh. I don't think he thought any which way of the verse. I think the shit just didn't link up correctly. You know what I'm saying? Jada's got a bunch of shit going on. Spesh got a bunch of shit. Spesh probably reached out. Jada didn't get back to him right away. Like, that's how I think. Like, or again, it might be another ploy where they just bust out like a fucking album. Who knows? You know, because that's a big thing now. A lot of these artists are doing collab albums together or doing like producer, like, you know, a Harry Fraud only album or a Heat Makers only album, you know, shit like that. So, like, you never know. Yeah. I mean, I could see him doing it, you know, doing a song again in the near future.
yeah, I fuck with Spesh, but I was like, nah, you bugging again.
You
You wild. Yeah, he wild. I'm like, you wild.
So you don't think he got the better verse?
I ain't gonna lie. On that shit though, on the song, the song that he talking about, he probably did though. I ain't gonna lie.
No, he definitely,
I done listened to the shit like 7 after I heard him say it because I felt disrespected myself and it's not even me. I said, nigga, what? Nigga, who you feeling like? I'm like, who you feeling like? But I'm like, nah, he really did get crazy on this bitch. That verse was crazy though. Great song. Everybody went crazy, but Spesh did get active for real. So I understand why he feel the way he feel. It's respectable for sure.
So, Mike, tell us what somebody can do to get in your spot and grow and to become as far as you going.
Would like come in my store? Or
No. Like basically, like if they want to take the following steps you took to go into the way that you did it, how can they do that?
Just keep grinding, man. Like, just like, don't, like, your goal is your goal, you know? Like, I don't know, you know, like, let's say your goal is to be the biggest manager or the biggest producer, biggest artist, you know, friggin', if you think you're there already, you're not. You just keep going and just keep going. And don't fuck nobody over. If something comes up, if an opportunity comes up that's too good to be true, it probably is. Be careful because there's a lot of snakes. You know, just do good business. If you hit up an artist like, yo, man, I want to get you on a track. What would it, because most of these people want money, like a bigger artist. What's it going to cost? If that dude says, listen, I'll do it for 2 bands, don't try and be like, oh, man, all I got is a stack. Can you do it right now? Because then they might do it, but then they're going to be less, like, enthusiastic about doing it. Mm-hmm. You know, if they're like, and don't really, like, listen, if you're hitting up Benny, like, yo, I want to get a verse from you. I really fuck with you. Don't hit him up with $5 in your account. Mm-hmm. You know, you got 5 bands, 10 bands to the side, then hit him up. And if he's like, listen, I'm getting 10 bands for a feature, like, okay, thank you, but I only got 5 right now. And who knows, he might be like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, maybe we could work something out, you know, or he might be like, call me when you got 10, you know, or he might be, you know, And he might be like, that's fine, I got you. You know, like, don't try and like get him down because it's just demeaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't think you could do it, then don't do it. Don't try and overstep yourself and fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna hold up everything.
For sure.
You know, and then you get in your head, and then you don't want, like, damn, man, I missed this or I missed that. Try and do as many as you can, but don't fuck yourself at the same time. I don't know if that makes sense or not.
Yeah, that makes sense. That made a lot of sense.
Will you tell people to like take the risks or like the opportunities that's there? Like if something presents itself and they're like you're saying, like don't really have the money or like that, but they have, say if they do have like the 5, say if I have like the 5K right here for that Benny future, but my pockets on the outside is really not.
All I got is that 5.
All I got is that 5.
Don't take the chance because that's what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That could be the stepping stone, but the minute you do that, don't go and just put it out right away. You know, get the money together to do the correct marketing. And when you do that deal, like let's say Benny agrees to do a track with you for 5 bands, see what the stipulations are. Can I have you as a primary? No. How much more would it cost to get you as a primary? Oh, then you really need that 10 bands. Maybe that might be the look. Another thing people don't do is visuals. You spend all this money on getting Benny on a song, and then you don't ask them how much extra for a visual. It's stupid because like people like that, and then you can break that into content, reels, and all that shit. So it'd be worth it more. You know, he'd be like, "Listen, I'll do the verse for you for 3, but I'm gonna need 5 to do the video." Okay, sounds great. Because like that video you can break down into so much content. You know, behind the scenes stuff of what, you know, you just make sure you have everyone behind the scenes of you guys making the song, making the video. You know, the video itself, breaking it down into separate parts and reels and shit like that. You know, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, it's just like anything else you do. You know, you're gonna chop it up and expand it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Damn. Shit. It's just a lot of breakdowns going on here in this episode, but we reached the end of the episode, and at the end of the episode, we usually do our
Quotes.
Yeah.
So that at the end of every episode, we usually quote out. It could be inspirational. It could be some shit, some lyrics you done spit on a track. Funny. It don't matter. Just something that you want to put out to the world, to the people. And that's something that we do. He said something earlier, and I'm so mad because he was going, he was talking, and I didn't want to stop him, but he said it was a good gem. We'll catch it early when the episode dropped, but you said some good shit for sure.
Yeah.
Usually I try to use those like right
That's
in
a
there.
fact.
Like, I'll repeat you. I don't care.
G, you over there smiling, so
You got some
I was
good?
laughing at y'all.
No. Because he really did. It was a good gem though, for real. You got a quote ready?
I mean, I guess. So I search back to my old little catalogs and shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide the source. Really nothing too much to it. It was a little slimy.
Say
I
that
wasn't
again.
prepared, you know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy.
The secret to creativity is to hide the source.
it's to hide this.
Actually, that is actually a smart thing because I always say something out loud and somebody always end up doing it.
Yeah, don't ever tell your shit.
Yo.
Do it.
It's crazy, bro. I done said multiple things just like as is, and the next motherfucker ran off and go and do it.
You know the crazy thing about that? But also, see, this is the thing where I don't want to drag the episode on too long, but people talk about the thing about manifestation, right? If I manifest something, I feel like you should really manifest it to yourself. Like, you really shouldn't put it out into the world.
Right.
So, like, for instance, like I was saying, like, when I was talking about my car, like, earlier or whatever, that car, when I got that car, the way I got it, I did that, nobody knew. Like, my girl was in the house with me with kids there. No, my mama, nobody, my brother, nobody knew about this car. I literally, them people called me on the phone. I said, you know, they like, you want to come look at it? I said, all right, fuck it. You know what? I pulled up to the dealership. I looked at it. I drove it. I said, yeah, I'm going to get this motherfucker. I'm going to buy this. And I bought it I didn't buy it that day. I put the deposit down because I had to get a little more money. But I came back the next week and I went and got that car. And I pulled up on every single person I pulled up on, and they were so surprised. Ever since then, I was like, oh, I'm going to do this again. But this time, I'm telling motherfuckers, like, nah, I'm about to go get this. I'm about to go. And I never did it ever since.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, I realized, like, you might be right. You can't tell motherfuckers.
You just got to do it, man.
You got to just do it.
That's like people are like, yo, I'm going to move out of Buffalo. They've been sending that shit for 20 years. Like, I hate Buffalo, man. I'm leaving. I'm moving to Texas. I'm moving to Florida. Never leave. They say, like, yo, I thought you was leaving. Well, you know.
Yeah. Life just happened. Yeah.
My dog stubbed his toe and needed a toenail trimmed.
Ryan still got my dog.
Ryan still got this motherfucking dog, bro.
Right, hold it down a chihuahua.
I just asked him to watch my dog. My dog's all fucked up now.
Nah, I can't move.
My dog walking.
Nah, I can't go. My whole life is on hold because of fucking dog.
Fuck that dog. Yeah. You got some shit?
Yeah, I actually wrote some shit down. Both difficult and good times are temporary, and you will eventually pass. It will eventually pass.
Well, damn. Because, like, if I'm having a good time, why it's about to pass? But I get what you said. That's real shit.
Your good times be temporarily.
They do.
Your bad times.
Happens every time I'm eating ice cream. I'm like, man, this is going to be gone soon. Shit about more.
This is real shit.
Chicken too.
I'm like, man, they only gave me five chicken fingers in this motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's facts. Don't mess up my good time with food. I'll be pissed off. All right?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
What you got?
I don't know. I'm coming. I ain't writing nothing down. I ain't thinking nothing. But I think it's real simple. Every loss that you take is just a lesson. You know, a loss, double L's, man.
And that can't be said too much times.
Yeah, for real. Every loss you take is just a lesson. You got to look at it as a loss. Like, yeah, I didn't do something right, but you know you didn't do something right. So now you know the next time not to do that shit. It's that simple. For sure.
I got a quote, but it's 36 parts with 3 parts in each part.
Nah,
I'm just kidding.
I'm trying to open my eyes, but one on one side. Go open.
It's like, we ain't got time for this thing.
Gary go
I ordered pizza 20 minutes ago.
Gary gonna fall half.
No, but like the easiest thing I tell people is like you always start over. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you're 15 or 80, you can always start over. Don't give up. Just keep going. Because the minute you give up, that's it. Is over. Like if you're gonna be a podcast guy, like if you're not doing good right now, you know, don't give up. Because a year from now, a month from now, 10 years from now, you'll be way bigger than you are. Just don't give up, and then, you know, you could always keep going and start. You know, like if you do give up, it's not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up about it. But you can start back over again. Like, you know, you're still here. You're still alive. You gave your best chance to that. And hopefully you continue to do it. But if not, you could start over. It's like easy, you know, no matter how old you are.
Yes, sir.
Any up and coming projects or
real shit.
anything that you want to tell us that's coming up?
No, I mean, well, I got a couple albums I'm working on with my guys, but GG Fumes is like the next one. Mm-hmm. And we got GG Fumes, we got Heist of Profits, got like a double disc joint. Well, not disc because we don't buy CDs no more. Uh-huh. But a double album.
2-sided.
Yeah, so we got those, and then if I do that deluxe, and then I'm trying to think who else I'm really working on. Jovi Glock and Mike Major, they got something coming out. And that's pretty much about it.
Mike Major been out for a minute.
That's a
He's been rapping for a while.
Your name was familiar. I'm like,
Yeah.
I heard of him.
When the OT show?
The OT show is August 14th.
Oh, we got time.
Yeah, you got time for
We
that.
got way more time.
We got a lot of time.
Yeah, we already sold like 250 tickets, and all the VIPs are sold out.
That's fire.
No, I'm just kidding.
I said, damn, it's early.
It's like, oh, man, motherfuckers must have got the income tax check right now. Like, I gotta get the tickets now. No, but no, it's, you know, we put the tickets up there. You know, it'd be a good time. We're only doing like I think like the general admission is like 25, and then those extra fees would be like 30, and then there's like that pit thing. But you don't want to be in the pit with 99 more people all bunched in this little area. Fuck that shit. Just get general admission, man. I mean, pit, it's cool, I guess, but I don't really want you rubbing on me, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but it should be a good time. You know, like I said, the guys I got coming, you know, and because he's got BSF Tone coming, I got my guys coming, I got Rick Hyde's gonna perform too. We just didn't announce it yet. We're just waiting till July to announce it, like July 4th. I think we're gonna announce it. I mean, it's on the stuff. Like I just said on your joint,
yeah. But
it's
you got
on
time.
like it's on like the tickets and stuff. But you know, just to kind of keep the promotion going. You know, like I think I'm trying to work out a deal with a venue too. Like the first like 50 or 60 general admissions through the door, like actual general admissions that are buying tickets. Like I would get them a free drink. You know, so I'm gonna see what they want for 50, 60 drinks. You know, and if it's not a bad ticket, like if it gives me a deal, I'll probably hey man, listen, the first 60 people through the door get a free drink on me. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to get them in there.
Top shelf.
Man, hell no, they getting like the shit that they got a name on it. They already put water in it. Yeah.
I'll say do the top shelf. I just want to take it back just a little bit. I went to Benny's concert and he had gave out free ticket, like free drinks.
The Remy. Yeah, I was there for that. I have like 5 of those bottles in my house.
Dude, I had one drink.
Yeah.
I was gone.
Yeah. Well, dude, even at that event, like, this is how fucked up Buffalo is. This motherfucker's giving out free alcohol. That shit wasn't packed.
It was packed enough towards the end. I had to go outside.
Yeah, but still, like, breathe. You would think what he was doing, that shit would be head, like elbow to elbow, but it really wasn't. It's like, damn, dog, like, not even with free liquor? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, man.
I felt bad because I go in my car. I don't know why I kept grabbing it because I don't even drink that shit. But I had like 6 of those bottles in my truck, like the bottles. I'm like, damn, I feel bad now. Like, fuck. Them shits were sitting in my back deck forever.
Man, I'll tell you, I had to go outside. It was packed enough for me. It was enough to where I'm like, you know what, I can't do. I couldn't breathe. It was like no air going in. I'm like, I'm going out this side door. I almost passed out trying to go to the side door.
Yeah, and everyone got to smoke like 10 pounds of weed.
That too. That
like, listen, man, if you're smoking 3 ounces to the face that whole time, this weed sucks. Like, you should be able to smoke one blunt and be good for the day. If you, I don't understand it, bro. Like, these guys like just roll up 10 different things of weed and like, bro, this shit is obviously not working.
Like cheap cologne.
Ain't nobody tolerance that high. That's true.
Yeah.
Cheap cologne, bags of weed, and liquor. That's the whole motherfucking cologne. The whole fucking. I'm telling you, cheap cologne,
crazy. Not the
bad
X.
weed, and liquor.
The X.
The X is
Like, yo, people are still wearing Dracar and shit like that. You know, whatever that shit is.
Remember the bod back in like elementary, middle school?
that shit was one summer. That shit was gone.
What the fuck?
They promoted this shit up.
We had to end the quotes is out. Trucker might get a building, new music on the way, new merch, everything, shows on the way. We appreciate you for coming out, man.
No problem.